What is good, guys and girls? It's your boy, this dude, and today we got another episode of awesome, amazing animals. It's been a while. We had to bring it back. But for today's subject at hand, we have the fastest land animal on this planet, the cheetah. Let's go. Now, what is a cheetah? We should all know, but for those who don't know, it is one of the biggest cats on the planet, right next to lions and tigers. Who else is up there? You got leopards, pumas, things like that, right? But we know the cheetah for its distinctive print, right? Everybody knows what the cheetah print looks like. This animal is native, I think, to Africa and Asia. Very big cat, very fast, reaching somewhere up to 60, 70 miles per hour. Imagine if you could run 60 to 70 miles per hour. Insanity. Now, they say these animals are solitary animals. They usually come together just for mating season, for mating purposes, and then they go on about their business. Now, these are extremely big cats with extremely big diets, and they like to prey upon things like wildebeest and impalas. A lot of their food items are really fast too, so they gotta be fast enough to chase them down and agile enough to move at that speed and attack accurately. Because when you're messing with something like a wildebeest, these things are not only fast, but they're incredibly strong. Take you out the game in a single hit. So, like I said, these animals, the cheetah rather, have to be not only incredibly fast, but very agile, able to move and attack at that high speed. They can run, like I said, up to 70 miles per hour, but they can't run that fast forever. So they still use this print that they have to camouflage, to get as close to their prey as possible. They still use stalking methods. You would think something that fast would just chase everything, right? But like I said, they can't do it forever. So they get as close to their prey items as they can, and then once either they're right on top of them or the animal spots them, they take off and engage in the chase. And as far as their accuracy, they're about 56%, right? Now, a lot of big animals are not this accurate. Their accuracy is very low, so the more than half the time the cheetah engages in a chase, it's taking out whatever it's chasing, and that's incredible. Like I said, a very high accuracy rate when it comes to actually taking out its prey items. And cheetahs, from baby to adulthood, I guess we could say their lifespan, right? Cheetahs have a fairly small lifespan. They say about 10 to 14 years, something like that. Even in captivity, they're not living too much longer. You know, with our reptiles, we're able to get our animals to live 20, 25, 30 years in captivity, keeping them clean and taking them away from predators and things like that. But it just seems to be that cheetahs only live to be about 10 to 15 years old, which is still a very, very good, solid lifespan. But that's about how long they live. And the cheetah population in the wild is suffering heavily, from about 100,000 animals down to about 8,000 now in the wild. And we stated earlier that these are solitary animals, but from what I'm reading, they're saying like recent studies have shown that the males are running in groups called coalitions or something like that. The females are still solitary, very solitary animals, but the males are actually running in groups, sometimes consisting of members of their family, and in a lot of cases they're just other male cheetahs, which is kind of crazy. Like, it's kind of cool though. But they have formed little groups, and the males are running in packs now. Now, everything happens relatively fast with the cheetah. The females are only staying pregnant for about 60 to 90 days, I think they said. Like at max 3 months. The pups are growing from day one to adulthood, I think in 2 years. These are full-grown 70-mile-per-hour running, killing machines. These things are ready to go. They're even ready to go about 12 months in, right? They're just ready to go. Like I said, everything happens fast with these animals. Now, although these animals can move as fast as light, they do have predators. There are animals that see them as potential prey. We're talking lions. Oh, lions see them as a nice snack. Hyenas. You know, hyenas don't care about anything, anybody. Those guys right there, absolutely reckless. In fact, I want to do an episode on them too. In fact, in the wild, lions and hyenas are responsible for about 90% of the deaths when it comes to the cheetah. It's on sight when they see them. See, although lions prefer bigger meals, they are very opportunistic, and they will take a cheetah in no time, literally. And let's talk about the cheetah's bones for a second, right? The skeleton, the overall skeleton, right, of this big cat compared to other big cats is very light. The bones are very slender. The way their shoulder blades don't even attach to the collarbone. Like, these animals' skeletons are very different, very light. They bend and move. Their spine moves it's so flexible, which gives them the ability to create this big gait when they're running. They use these big steps. They got that flexible spine, so they're able to do that. Their skeleton is incredibly light, and that kind of aids them in getting to these speeds of 60, 70 miles per hour. That is absolute insanity. But then they still have this big frame so they can pack on all this muscle and fat, be it heavy. Their skeleton is very light. It's kind of cool. And then looking right past the skeleton at like their heart and the arteries and everything connected to the heart, and it's big, it's huge. So they can process more blood and more oxygen, because these animals rely on speed. It's just amazing the adaptations that this animal has made for a life of speed. Overall, I think the cheetahs are absolutely amazing, and I have my entire life. And I know I'm not the only one, right? Since a child, these animals have been placed on the front of magazines, at the beginning of shows. We've grown up with this animal and grown to love it. And unfortunately, in the wild, like I said, their populations are suffering. They are doing horrible. I wish there was something we could do. If you know anything or know of any organizations helping, leave it down in the comments. Anyways, I'm your boy Smith. This is All Things Living. I know you could have been anywhere on the planet, but you decided to be here with me. I appreciate that. I'm out.